Hi everyone, this is Sagar Shah. I'm at the venue of the Esports World Cup. Today is the 4th day, the penultimate day, and a very exciting day because Nihal takes on Magnus and Arjun takes on Hikaru. But it was also the 4th day yesterday night at the Sinquefield Cup and the Cairns Cup, and Praggnanandhaa once again showed his amazing abilities by beating Jorden van Foreest. An insanely good game, you know. Firstly, I want to give a big shout out to Pragg and his team because Jorden is known for his opening prep, and to outwit him in the opening to get an advantage is never easy. But look what Pragg did. He played e4. In the Sicilian, he goes queen e2, he plays his knight out, d3, g3. It looks normal, but then pushes a4. Already, you take the game in unknown territory. Only 5 games have been played here. After that, after a4 is played, he then goes on to actually sacrifice this pawn on e4. And that was a big surprise to me because if you take knight takes e4, I was wondering what would Pragg do. I'm sure he had something in mind. You can't play a move like knight d2 because of knight c3 and the bishop on g2 is hanging. But I think he had knight e5 prepared, e4 is hanging. And if you now play knight c3, I have queen h5. Look at the variations. g6, bishop takes b7, giving up the queen, and knight takes c3, and the a8 rook is hanging. And these are the preparations that Pragg must have done. So Jorden took with the bishop, but then came knight c3, bishop went back to c6, and then knight to b5 was played. The knight is looking at c7, and I think Jorden here got a bit worried because if you take on b5, then already ab5, rook opens up, bishop is wild on g2. So he said, okay, let me give up an exchange, and he castled. Knight jumped into c7, knight d5 was played, and here came the move rook d1. Fantastic chess by Pragg. Knight f4, rook d8, bishop d8, gf4, bishop c7. And we reach a position where Pragg has a queen for a rook and a piece. And it felt like, okay, Jorden has plenty of compensation. Pragg's structure is broken and so on. But Pragg played so well. He jumped with his knight, traded the bishops. Some more trades happened. And then eventually, there was a moment where he played king g7, which was not a great move. f6 was a better move, very tough. King g7, queen went into c7, and Pragg found a series of amazing moves. He took on b8, then he took on a7, he took the pawn on b6, he kept winning pawns, and actually it was a perfect representation of why a queen is superior to the other pieces. Queen, I had learnt as a youngster that queen is like a heat-seeking missile, and it moves like boom, 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 boom everywhere, and the other pieces cannot handle it. That was Pragg's queen. It was amazing queen. And then just when it felt like Jorden was coming close, Pragg gave a check, picked up the knight on b2. It was rook versus queen, also not an easy endgame to win. But then he gave queen h8 check, picked up the h7 pawn, and Pragg's technique was so good, so good. I'm amazed. Rook and pawn versus queen, he won it without actually a sweat. This shows Pragg why he is, compared with Magnus Carlsen as one of the greatest endgame players now of the present generation. And he's slowly and steadily proving it in his games. With this win, Pragg goes half a point behind Wesley So on the standings. Rest of the games ended in draws. So great play by Pragg. 2 wins, 1 loss. He's playing fighting chess. In the Cairns Cup, Tan Zhongyi is playing brilliantly. She beat Vaishali now. So she is 1 point in the lead. She's playing brilliant chess. Divya saved a very tough endgame against Carissa Yip. So kudos to Divya for holding that. And Vaishali Hampi also drew her game. Divya is 1 point behind the leader in Cairns Cup, and we hope that she's able to keep moving. Also Vaishali comes back, and so does Hampi. For now, this was the recap. I was not feeling a bit well, but I wanted to continue this series of recaps on our channel covering Pragg and his insane play, and also the 3 women players. Whenever they win, I would love to analyze these games. But for now, guys, this is Sagar Shah signing off. It's time to cover Nihal and Magnus and Arjun and Nakamura.